going to be. You don't think that a man that is productive and competitive, taking on a pre-made family, so you telling me that's a good thing?
What?
How? Okay, let me ask you this: how are your kids are going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that. I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that. I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that. I
See,
would never,
but that's
because
the
you would
problem.
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 never ask me how my kids would be an asset to you.
That's the thing.
That's insanity.
The chaos reigns. Chaos reigns.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome here to another session of the stream, another live stream here on the Chaos Rain Show. I am the one and only Chaos Rain here. Today, oh shit, today we're gonna have to look at this, examine this particular video that has made its rounds, and it's gonna probably make more rounds while the end of this stream for all good intentions. And I will give you credit where you can find this actual stream because I find it ironic and a disservice for ladies, young, old, whatever. They're constantly taking and streams, videos that have been around and have been up for more than, and let me see how long this video was really up since I'm talking to y'all. I'm gonna find the actual video right now for you. Hold on tight, guys. Let me see, where is it? Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it right now, guys. Oh, matter of fact, I know where it is. Hold on. What I'm doing. This video. Where is it? Where the hell is it? I'm gonna go to my history and give you how long this video been up. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. This video came out just only 5 days ago. So if my math serves me right, the video I'm going to play and cover, this video came out Tuesday of the following week. And it's made its constant rounds on TikTok, especially TikTok, which is a very much female-based app, if I like to say so myself. And because of this, the people that shared the video and made it go what we like to call viral is not giving credit to where they got it from. Surprisingly. And I find that problematic, in my opinion, because the people that created this video had a very unique conversation. And it's very much disrespectful to not only even give what's the name of the channel they found it. They like to share a particular segment and upload it to the point where, people only watch roughly on TikTok. You're looking at nearly 1 minute and maybe give or take 2 minutes of a clip. And people run with it and think that is the whole basis of the whole conversation. And that is a lie, a big lie. So what I've done with the help of Miss Igmore, I was able to find it. Like, literally found it. And I've watched now for myself the first time. And I am somewhat impressed, but not surprised. And before I go into that, I'm just giving you a background of it, just a brief background before I go into it, so that you have maybe a clear understanding or some context of it. But before we begin, please make sure you subscribe to the Chaos Rain Show. Hit the like button, the share button, and leave a comment at the end of this video as well. Also, please don't forget to become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. And what else? Also, follow me on Twitter at ChaosRun7. Add me a friend on Facebook, Eric Graham Facebook. Join the Discord service as well. And what else? Oh, and please follow my Rumble page as well. Join me on Rumble. I leave all the links in the description and also in the chat room as well. So there's no link that you can't find that I have explained, or where you could find me. Hold on, guys. I don't know. Those are links to follow me. And you know, I have some videos up right now, which one video is doing pretty well. I think it's almost approaching 1,000 views. I doubt it might hit 1,000, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And you know, that's the one with the Tether talking FBA. You should watch and check out for yourself. But yeah. Okay, so let me see how we doing the likes. We have a lot of likes. I see some people have not joined the chat room yet. Maybe I will eventually. But now, no further ado, and let me make sure. Oh, and always, guys, please, you know the deal. You know the drill. We know what we do in the Cast Rain Show. We're no stranger to this. So you know what to do, guys.
Money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Everyone. Yes. Everyone. Bring everyone. Yeah, so. And let me look what's going on here. You're going to bring everybody. No support channel. You know how it is. You know what we do. And hold on, guys. Let me do this. All right. So now let's no further ado and to make sure. Okay, good. Everything's good. And remove this. So I got more. I got more room from the studio. All right. What y'all wait for? Let's do this reaction of this. And like always, I will give credit once this is done. Let's go. Let's begin. Oh, and always we have a goal at mind. Fair use. Let's begin.
About single parents dating, right? What it's like dating as a single parent. What do you guys look for when you guys are dating? What are the difficulties of dating as a single parent? Is it easy? Is it hard? Because, you know, I don't know.
So go ahead. Start it off.
Now, what you're witnessing, you're seeing two people. Both of them are single parents. I think one particular gentleman, his kid is now an adult and probably off to college or finished college, while the lady you see here with the tattoo, I think she has one child that's still young. So, you know, she's still being somewhat of a parent. So, well, let's listen carefully in this conversation and pay attention to not only the part that you see I played early that got people triggered, but we're gonna go into why this is so triggering and what are the things or the clues or what is missing that's not really telling the full story of what came to that point when Amber asked that question and why she reacted the way she did. So let's listen. Let's get it. Fair use.
Talk about something you don't know.
I want to learn. I really want to learn. You know what I'm saying? So what it's like dating as a single parent, male and female.
So go ahead.
I actually just started kind of dating,
Okay.
so I wouldn't.
Oh, you were off the market.
Right, for a long time.
Okay.
So dating as a single parent is a little difficult to say. But beyond that, I think it's difficult for me to say because I don't have the same experiences as most people.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm a single parent, yes, but I have a nice village that's very helpful. So it doesn't kind of interfere with my dating.
What do you mean by that? You
aspects
mean
of
like
life.
the kids?
Yeah. Right. When you have a good village, you have good people around you that, you know, you can count on. It makes it a little bit easier when you're dating because you don't have to work around so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking for a sitter and
Right.
stuff like that. Trying to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I would say when my daughter was very young, I don't think people really believed I had a daughter.
Right.
Well, they would not know you had a daughter because you had your child roughly over the legal age of what we could presume in this country, America, that roughly average age or what they call legal age, roughly across the board, if I double check now, is 17.8 or 9. That's roughly 18 years of age. Because if you look at all 50 states, 30 of the states is at the age of 18, I believe, and the other 20 something is under 18, roughly 17 to roughly 16. And if you notice, most states, particularly if you want to go there, they still have old Eurocentric English Roman laws where they consider, adult or, consensuality or consent is roughly the age of 12 because of old English Roman law that is hidden in the manuscript and papers, or even if you can find the internet somewhere in the net where it's still printed. So, and it's hard for me to really reveal this because I did a stream on this and it's very hard to find it. But I remember Elder Mr. Igmore told me, or he told everybody, that it does exist and it was never removed. So, but before we continue, guys, I gotta do this. You know what it is.
They be knocking, y'all.
Thank you.
The sonic rings up out of it, and you.
Because my village was just really great.
I'd like to thank Ray Alexanders for the $5 super chat, paying tuition for the Chaos Rain show. Thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. And good show you did with Mr. Information. Yeah. All right, let's keep listening and listen carefully. And let's be clear, honest. If you are a single parent and you've been raising your children to the best of your ability and you want to be back in this market, be sure to understand that the market is not so favored right now to single parents, particularly single mothers. It's gonna be honest. So let's continue.
So my dad would get her every weekend, and from the time she was born up until recent, because now she's a teenager, she make her own little decisions.
That's right.
But up until recent, her dad used to get her like Wednesday through Friday. So that would leave me
Okay.
Monday and Tuesday, which means if I'm dating, I
You're
have
free. You got
Wednesday
free
through
time.
Sunday
Yeah, you got
to
free
make
time.
plans and arrangements.
Free time.
So
That's
Mondays
fair.
and
That's
Tuesdays
fair.
was off limits, right?
Okay.
So I'm
Now, I'm not sure if they're saying her father, meaning her biological father, was raising her daughter most of the development stage of her upbringings, or it could be her relationship with her baby daddy. I don't know which one it is. I hear, speculation. It could be the father, not the biological, but her own father was raising her daughter mostly, or it could be vice versa. The baby father was playing a role in the child's life. Either or, she's not really much an involved mother to the child besides was it Monday to Tuesday, I believe. So she only gets her child and really is the focus with her child because she's a girl only 2 days out of the 5 days of the whole week. Which if I think I'm right on that. I think that's unacceptable, especially if you're a young adult now. And I'm not sure where her education background is, I'm not sure she'll reveal that. But you should be involved enough as a mother to your child. Normally, when your child is a teenager, or approaching that or close to that, you're the man or wherever. The ideal point in this is, we're supposed to involve both parents enough in our children's lives. But today, we're not really solely commit in developing our children as a whole, right? We're married or we're not married as people, Black people especially. So the co-parent thing, regardless how my feelings are, overall, people think it's the way to go. But we all know the end result is not really giving the outcomes we deserve. Let's keep going. Very easy.
just now entering the single parenting dating realm now that I have Miguel.
Okay.
And even though I still have my village, it's not the same. I'm a little older. Yeah. So now it's making arrangements. It's like,
Okay.
whoa, yeah, this is hard.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can speak generally. I can speak in general or whatever.
No. We're gonna speak direct, brother. I want.
No.
No, listen.
for you.
I want the nitty gritty. I want to hear because listen, man. I gotta live vicariously through you,
Right.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel okay. I'll say this. For me personally, dating is not it's not complex for me.
Okay.
Because one, I don't have any restrictions.
Right.
Okay.
And by me saying that, yes, I do have older kids. So
No, but we mean how was dating when your kids were younger?
when they were younger, well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when my kids were younger, when I was dating, it was a little bit of a challenge. Because of course I have kids and the other individuals didn't have kids, so they didn't understand the importance of me helping my children do their homework, putting them to bed, or maybe cooking dinner for them to make sure that they were okay. And sometimes I used to get a lot of backlash, attitude.
Really?
Yeah, of course, because sometimes certain women can be selfish.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's
they're-
very selfish.
because they're not in that position, because they don't understand what parenting is. So
Right.
of course, so they used to always get mad. Oh, you're not spending enough time with me. You know, and I used to like take offense to it or whatever.
I'm spending time with my kids.
Well, you can't take offense because, let's be honest, by nature of certain women, and we can say even all, they're selfish. And because they're selfish, right? It's expected. It's expected. For her to sit there, look at you as a man and think that her all the time and the devotion should be towards her, that should be a red flag, brother. Sorry, a serious red flag. She already know if she's gonna deal with you, she must understand the situation you're in. And it makes me wonder how nurturing the woman you're dealing with, if you were a single parent raising your child, either son or daughter by yourself. And I believe both of them have daughters. The man that you see on the left and the woman on the right. I think they don't have no boys. I think they have just only girls. So I have to understand what you're going through, personally. But overall, you gotta keep in mind, bro, that these women will not have that same feeling or same respect towards you in regards to how you deal with the grooming and raising your own child, and the time you put in dedication so your child could flourish. They're not gonna do that. They're definitely not gonna do that. They're gonna look at you funny, and they're gonna say, they want you to really devote less time on your child and more on them. So let that sink in. Let's keep listening. And I think that's very selfish. Any man, I tell you, the drill, brothers. Don't deal with no women that really want you, really don't invest time and energy to your own child. Like that. I think it's not their place. Anyway, let's keep going. Very useful.
Yeah, I have to spend time with my kids. I actually cut off women that came at me like that.
Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying? So
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I can say it was difficult when my kids were younger, when I was dating and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids is my priority. They come first.
And see, and this is, I think, was the main problem why. Let's be honest. Someone will be shocked to see that there's a man that's very involved with the children's development, like they're being the parent. Now, a lot of people will say, well, where is the baby mama? Where is she at? I mean, and they have the right to ask that, but let's be honest. There are some men that are going to be, fathers that's going to play the role in raising their child, whether the woman is there or not. Now, for him to take the whole role and take the full responsibility raising his child is honor in itself, that he wants the best for his children. I can't say that for every other man that's going to possibly do that. Not saying it does not exist. It does. But here's the caveat. This is the thing that is not known amongst the community, because how we view black people today, especially black men, we view black men as a whole as monsters. I'll repeat that for people in the back. The view of the black man today is a monster, a brunt, a brute, an abuser, a toucher, all this stuff. So when they find and come across a man that is really, raising his child, particularly a daughter, because look at his daughter, he said earlier, that it's like something new. It's foreign to the psychology of a lot of women, especially black women. So black men, don't be so discouraged when women, give you pushback, because they don't see it. Because in their life, they don't see that representation amongst their upbringings with their own fathers, unfortunately, if the father was involved or not. Keep that in mind. Fair use, fair use.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not a person that particularly likes to date people with kids, anyways. So
Why is that? Why is that?
I prefer not to date people with kids because I don't like to deal with drama. So it has nothing to do with the kids. I love kids.
Okay.
But I just don't like to deal with the drama. And usually they have some form of drama. Even if it's not necessarily like super chaotic or toxic, it's some form of, you guys have an issue.
Okay.
And I don't like to deal with it because
How
I don't
is
have those
that
issues.
fair?
It's very fair. So people always say that to me, like, that's not fair
That's not
because you
fair,
have
though,
kids,
dog.
right?
Come on.
But the way I counter that is, yes, I have kids, but I don't have that dynamic. You know what I mean? Like,
But I understand, but that's not fair. Though.
it is,
You
because
can't just X somebody
I'm
out.
telling you, I don't want to deal with you because of the drama that comes
But if
along
there's no
with
drama, you can't.
9 times out of 10, I was always right. It's always a female lingering with chaos and toxicity, and it's not and I know that because even just when you talk to people, like I remember being younger, like in my 20s, and I talked to people about me and my daughter's dad's relationship, and they're like, that's not normal, because we don't have that drama and toxicity. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to date nobody with kids because people my age, the girls are still holding on to this man, and it's some type of something going on. Oh, you can't see your kid. I don't like that. All that drama, I don't want no parts of that.
So you're not.
I don't
dating-
give that drama to
so-
nobody.
So you're not even gonna give it a chance to see.
I don't want to.
Just because.
I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm just saying you gotta have a lot of other wonderful
But
characteristics and
I'm
qualities.
saying though, but that's a disqualification. All
Yeah,
bad.
I don't really want to deal with people.
So
with
my
kids.
brother, if you got a child, you disqualified. Ain't that something?
But I'm not sure if she's in the right to really do so. But that's her decision. But the problem is when we have these conversations, and let me make myself bigger. We have these conversations that it is a selfish mindset. You might come across a man that might be doing what he has to do, and he's gonna have kids, and he's gonna probably have a wife or baby mama. It is not in your place to sit there and say, I won't deal with him because of drama. What do you think you bring to the table? You think you bring peace or even drama? You bring chaos. So I'm not sure where this conversation talking about drama. Drama is for the birds. And we all know most people, especially ladies, bring a whole lot of drama. So I'm not sure why this is something that's foreign, like literally, like you don't bring drama. I mean, I am confused. I'm just confused. And if she does bring drama, there's might be good reason why she does the drama. Personally, I don't say it's right or wrong, but there's always reason for people's actions. And to bring a logic saying that I won't deal with him because I don't want drama is telling me that you don't want the challenge. You don't want, how can I say it? You do not want to be possibly second place. Because women are always pushing and fighting to be first place. And if you're a baby mama, she in her mind is going to think that she still has access to you, which she possibly might still have access to you. But then that's the decision you make, dealing with him. He has to have a relationship with his baby mama or wife because she's chained and tied a bond, regardless they are no longer together. And that's not something he can just dash away or throw away, for lack of words. So I didn't like that, but like I said, it's contradicting that you don't want nothing or drama. What, you think a man wants all that? Deal with the baby father? You better get the hell out of there with that. Anyway, let's keep going. Fairies.
I love kids though. Like I really love kids. It's just sometimes I feel like domestic violence is very serious. In a lot of these situations, these women and men that don't know how to let go and they feel like the baby mom or the baby dad is supposed to be with them forever. I can't insert myself into a type of chaos like that because I don't bring that chaos to nobody.
But
I don't have
So
that
you
type
say-
of drama going on.
I'll tell you what, because that's from a female.
So you're talking about domestic violence. So to me, that comes to mind. You've countered a baby mama that wants to beat your ass? Is that what you're saying? You came across that? She sees you with your baby father, and you gave her that look, and she gave her a look, and all of a sudden she wants to take the claws, the paws up, and give you some serious scratching and fisting in your face. Have you experienced that? That's what made your decision not to deal with men with baby mamas? What do you think a man thinks about or comes to mind when he deals with a woman? You think it's something friendly? You think it's something that this man is not going to do him anything? Or he's going to take any serious? That he might unalign him, because he's gonna look at you and look at me and then look and come and pull you to the back, say, "What do you have around my child, my son, especially my daughter?" You don't think some men don't think like that? But you see, like I said, women don't think foresight. They don't really use the logic overall. And I'm gonna be dead serious. And the reason I'm saying is personally, because some of them move like that. Will you find one that does move like that? Very rare. But most dudes now today is not really it's not really worth the price of admission. It's not worth the cost to do so. Men are not gonna risk that. We're not gonna be going in front of other men and we question what we're doing with you and your other child, like we're doing something. I'd rather leave you alone and have him and tell you personally, go back to your baby father. Respectfully. Go back to him. He's crying for you, he's pushing for you. It makes better sense you go back to him, because it looks like he is more concerned what you do with your time, your energy, and your box. All right? Let's keep going.
Female perspective.
Yeah.
From the male perspective, I've heard a lot of times, even through social media, it's a lot of guys that they don't want to date women with kids, either,
correct.
Yeah.
because they feel
Now,
like
what's that reasoning?
Well, I'm saying, but they feel like, why should I invest into that situation when
Yeah.
it's not
Mine.
my child?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying.
That's
You're
not a
saying
man,
drama.
though.
Well,
I-
let me pick the back on that.
Yeah,
That's not a
saying. Break it
man.
down for me.
Okay, so this is what I'm-
Because you're saying, so you know. what I
yeah.
mean?
So okay, and the men that don't date women with kids, I understand where they're coming from, because don't no man want to play Mr. Cleanup guy, right? Especially if it's a productive, competitive man. Why?
See it? Man, he doesn't want to play cleanup. He said, cleanup time is over. I'm not getting a bucket. I'm not getting no mop. I'm not getting a rag. And I'm not cleaning your mess, sweetie. You left a full plate of mess in front of me because of your past decisions, or you have not cleaned up behind yourself. So you waiting for me to take all the utensils and start cleaning you up, or clean up your bad decisions. And I'm telling you now, the man right there that's talking, look like he could be a millennial, most likely early or late millennial. Yeah, I think he's an early millennial. Yeah. He doesn't like the fact that saying he has to take after another man's mark territory. So that's not cool, ladies. Not cool. Fairies.
should he come in that situation to clean up that situation?
Why not?
Nah, I don't agree with it.
I get that you're saying
It said, why not? Because he doesn't want to be the clear man. What more explanation do you need? But she see how she gave that look. She gave you that look. That I don't know if it's resting ish face. Let me see.
Yeah. So okay, and the men that don't date women with kids, I understand where they're coming from, because
Let me see. Watch
don't
again.
no man want to play Mr. Cleanup guy, right? Especially if it's a productive, competitive man. Why should he come in that situation to clean up that situation?
why not?
See, she gave that look. Her face. She gave that face when she said that I'm not cleaning up your mess. That's how bold and serious she is. She look at you funny, bro, saying, "Wait, you're gonna take care of me and my child, or my kids? My kids? What do you mean? You're gonna take care of them? F you mean? Real talk."
Not.
Nah, I don't agree with it.
I
because-
get that you're saying you don't agree, but I'm
Right.
saying why not?
So, dating single moms, right? Let me rephrase that. Dating single modern women. This is 3 questions that I will ask them. What is it that you can offer me that you haven't given to another man?
Oh my goodness.
This is what I said. What can you offer me that you haven't given to another man? And the reason why I'm saying that, because 1, you shared your youth, your fertility, and your womb with another man.
Now that's just the small part. There's more.
You shared your womb. You gave another man the biggest honor that you can give him, right? And my second question to that woman would be like, why didn't it work out with the father of the kid that, you know what I'm saying, that you had a kid with, or whatever.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you created this family. So why should I give up my resources to take care of your kids, right? Because men, we're very territorial, right? Because 1, I have to share you with your kids. That is not mine. And also, I have to share you with the father of your kids. who is to know what time the father of your kids is on? Because as of late, I've been seeing men been killing other men because they're dealing with their exes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't know if that man may want to cause some harm to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand everything when men are saying I don't want to date single mothers with kids or whatever. You get my
Yeah, I
point?
get what you're
So that's a fair assessment. And matter of fact, I don't know if I got any of my buzzers. Let me see if I can find my buzzers. I might not have it anymore. Let me look for it. Oh damn! Hold on. Let me find this one. I think it says more the present of what is really revealed. Let me see this. Is it this one? But yeah, I agree with the brother that you what is more in line and what benefit, because it has to serve him at the end of the day, because he's going to take blunt of the responsibility, which I totally agree with that. And no man, like I said, does one claim after another man. And really, if you think about it, when you hear him talk, yeah, he took some little pieces here and there from Kevin Samuels, unfortunately. And in a good way, So this is my dude right here.
My nigga.
Yeah,
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So was
So-
it?
yeah. So you get me. Yep, yeah, you get me. All right, let's keep going.
What's the third question?
So, and let me
I was
ask you
waiting
this
for the
question,
third
bro.
one.
If you went to the store, would you buy a product? Would you buy a product that had a broken seal?
No, I'm not gonna.
You
buy
wouldn't.
it.
Why you wouldn't buy a product that had a broken
Somebody,
seal?
because it's already been. I don't know what's in there.
It's the same thing. That's the reason why men
So-
say they don't want to date women with kids, because you already have been tainted. You already shared your womb
Damn.
with another man. So
But are you serious right now?
yes,
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
You damn right you can't make it. Let me rewind that back. Let me rewind back briefly.
so, and let me
I was
ask you
waiting
this
for the
question,
third
bro.
one.
If you went to the store, would you buy a product? Would you buy a
gotta
product
wind
that
it
had a
back, guys.
broken seal?
No, I'm not gonna.
You
buy
wouldn't.
it.
Why you wouldn't buy a product that had a broken
Somebody,
seal?
because it's already been. I don't know what's in there.
It's the same thing. That's the reason why men
So-
say they don't want to date women with kids, because you already have been tainted. You already shared your womb
Well, yeah.
with another man. So
But are you serious right now?
yes, I'm being very serious.
Man,
So,
dead
okay.
serious. What do you
So
mean?
to be a counter to that, because that is absolute. I'm gonna keep
Go
it a
ahead.
buck. That's some bullshit. And
It is, but baby, that's life. You gotta live it, man. You've been hearing. This is why when KS was taken out of here, that's one thing that resonates on a lot of ladies. I hear too many stories of a lot of ladies from what I'm hearing from other content creators that they still can't keep KS mouth out. They can't keep talking about this dude. This man been dead gone for over 2 years now. And because he always asks these ladies the general question, a simple question. One, what do you bring to the table? What you bring that you can offer man that no other man has had? Two, he talks about, the car analogy. That will you buy something that's used and abused and pay full price? The answer to that is absolutely no. I wouldn't pay full price on a certain used vehicle, much as anything else. But sure as hell, they condition a lot of black man brothers to accept mediocrity. As honest as I can tell you, they want black men to accept less, be comfortable less, and don't ask for anything more than that. But they should be asking a whole lot, and they don't really require much, nothing, unfortunately. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going.
I'm going. That's some motherfucking bullshit. Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna say it is because you just said your first question was, well, I'm gonna ask a woman, what can she get? What can you give a woman that you ain't give to another female?
Okay. All right. Okay.
What can you? But no,
okay,
no,
let me
no,
answer the
no,
question.
no, no.
No, but that could be a generally fair question, but there is a counteraction to that question. Listen carefully. Watch this. Watch this.
Okay, go ahead, Vic. Go
What
ahead.
can you give another female that you haven't? What can you give this woman that you haven't given to another female? Why does it have to be that a woman have to bring you something? I'm not. Who the fuck are you that I gotta bring you something?
Why not? Why not? You're selfish. But he's going to answer your question, and you're going to like the answers, gentlemen and ladies.
Okay.
What are you bringing to me?
Okay.
It goes both ways. I thought. Now that's one. Now two,
No, it
you're
goes one
saying,
way.
well, you don't know what that circumstance could be, what that situation could be. So, are you speaking from a standpoint of a man who does not have kids just yet,
Both.
or
Single?
you can't speak from both? And the reason I'm gonna say you can't is because just as you're a man, if you are a man that has children, to say that to a woman that has children, it almost sounds. No, not almost. It's narcissistic as hell. Because if you've given another woman kids, who are you to ask a woman what you got to offer me because you gave a nigga kids? Did you not give another woman kids? So what happened with that family that you were building? Why did that not work out?
Okay, so can I answer your question?
Sure.
Okay, one, Vic, it's a double standard. Unfortunately, men can
no.
do it. You can. A woman cannot do what a man do. And two,
No.
I
Yes,
know-
we can.
Okay, but let me say this. I know the detractors and the critics going to come for me because I have kids. One, my kids are grown. I have a 23.
But at one point they weren't.
But let me answer the question. I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
You're right.
I have two girls.
I don't like when this woman keep butting in. If she could sit down, shut the hell up, man can explain and give you a clear clarity of answering and debunking the question he asks. It's that simple. And this one thing I says earlier, and I'm not sure I mentioned some of my early streams, but a lot of ladies, you gotta really check your ego, ladies. Real talk, you gotta check your ego. Y'all cutting button too much. And instead of sitting back and analyzing, listening to what the man is saying, so you have contents. Fair use, fair use.
I'm
I have
sorry.
a 23-year-old and I have a 20-year-old. My oldest daughter has recently graduated from college on her way to grad school.
Yes,
My
Lord.
second daughter, she'll be graduating from college pretty soon, right?
All right, so he has two girls, and she has a girl. So it's pure girls. That's fine. Fair use, fair use.
Secondly, I've never been married. So what I can offer a woman is marriage. That's the biggest
That's it?
honor. Listen, hold up. That's the biggest honor a man can give a woman is marriage. Yes, that is the biggest offer I can offer a woman is marriage. Because you know why? Can't no woman ever said that I was married to them. So that would give that other woman bragging rights that I've given you the biggest honor by marrying you. You're not just my baby mama, but you're my wife. And you can research my name. You will not see my name logged on any marriage license in all 50 states of America. Yes, and that's what it is. I'm
So having
bringing
the-
marriage and I'm bringing my
All right, I like that. I like that. He say brings marriage, where it says the highest honor. Because and you know he's right about it. Because when you're married and you show off, one thing that's got to happen to you ladies, y'all ladies will know this, especially if you change for the better amongst your friends, right? You lost some weight, you know, you're more active, and hell, even if you are more taking light enough dealing with certain people, it's a rare gem. Need I say more? Fair use, fair use.
resources to
Okay.
you. That's what I'm bringing. Resources and marriage. And I have receipts because I am successful. When my kids were born, I always had custody of my kids and I have receipts. And my kids' success shows it. So I know what I'm talking about.
Baseless.
Ralph, do you have something to add?
Go ahead.
Well,
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
One more time.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
All right, let's continue.
what up? Okay.
You're not a single parent, so it's a little bit more harder. I
No, I'm
know.
not a single parent, but I grew up in a single household.
Right,
So I grew up without a father. I've always wanted a father,
right.
whether mine's or not, whether like blood or not. So I always wish that I had.
Single parent is a little difficult to say, but beyond that, I think it's difficult for me to say because I don't have the same experiences as most people.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm a single parent, yes, but I have a nice village that sounds,
Oh, I'm sorry,
you
guys.
know, not almost. It's narcissistic as hell.
Hold on.
Are you speaking? But no,
Okay,
no,
let me
no,
answer the
no,
question.
no, no.
Okay, go ahead, Vic. Go
What
ahead.
can you give another female that you haven't? What can you circumstance? Now, two, you're saying, well, you don't know what that circumstance could be, what that situation could be that a woman.
Hold on, guys.
Somebody, because it's already been. I don't know what's in there.
It's the same thing. That's girls.
I'm
I have a
sorry.
23-year-old and I have a man can give a woman is, but you're
Well, no. What up?
All right, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
You're not a single parent, so it's a little bit more harder. I
No, I'm
know.
not a single parent, but I grew up in a single household.
Right,
So I grew up without a father. I've always wanted a father,
right.
whether mine's or not, whether like blood or not. So I always wish that I had somebody to kind of like lace me up,
right.
guide me, because you know we bump our heads a lot. So
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, what you're saying, because you're like, and I get the whole thing. That's not my child. Why should I invest my time? But I'm saying, like, for me, because I wanted that, so I can understand from both. But I wanted that. That's not something I would. If I meet a woman with children, that's not a deal breaker for me.
Right.
Because when I was in high school, I was dating a girl that was out of high school with kids.
Right.
So she had one child, a son. But I love kids though. So to me, it's not like I don't look at it like I'm wasting my time or Because I always hear people say, well, if I date a woman with children, one day her children is gonna denounce me and say, you're not my father.
Yeah.
But for me, I always look at it this way: it's a rite of passage.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day,
Yep.
if we're bickering and I'm trying to give you the right things to do, the right thing to say, the only way for you to hurt me or to make me feel little is by you to say, well, you're not my dad, you can't tell me what to do.
And that is the dilemma, and that's the issue that a lot of brothers, unfortunately, this is the price you pay when you are a stepdaddy, which a lot of them now, unless you're a Gen Xer today, if beyond Gen Xer, no other generation of black men right now as I speak, generally, are not stepping up and really take on the mantle of being a stepdaddy. It's a thankless job, like most men said, and it is. No one's wanting you come into an environment if you're paying most of everything and have your stepson or stepdaughter look at you dead in your face and say, you're not my father, I shouldn't listen to you. Being very disrespectful. Man, let me stop myself. Furious.
And I call it a rite of passage.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me. But again, I'm speaking from me not having a dad.
Right,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that I always wish I had.
Right.
So to me, that's not really a deal breaker. But I'm not speaking for all men. I'm only speaking for myself.
Right. And
I
also-
wouldn't rock. I wouldn't do
Right,
that. You know.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you said, bro. It's not that it's a deal breaker, but me, just how I think if a man is going to be dating a single modern mother, that single modern woman is going to have to go above and beyond to show herself approved to that man. Because why would that man select you when he could go out there and select a much younger woman that is childless? That's not going to bring the chaos to him. Because like I said earlier today, who is to say what time the father of your kids is on? You get where I'm coming
So
from?
you're looking
Right,
at
that's
probably
only
not-
one. That's
correct.
only 1%.
And what your father or your baby father might bring to the new man in your life that's gonna be a stepfather, he might bring chaos to your stepfather. And your significant stepfather really have time for that ish. Is he gonna really, put himself in a position where he has to sit there and fight back and forth with the baby father as a man? I don't think so. That's a lie. Anyway, fairies.
Perspective that is a very important
Very
perspective, of course, but it's only one. So like even when you say me being I'm gonna take myself, me being someone I didn't grow up with my father.
Okay.
I would hate if my mother had met men with that mindset that you just described, because the men that my mother, and it wasn't a lot of men or whatever, but like my stepfather came along when I was like in 4th grade. I thank God for him every day. You understand? Like, my father wasn't present in my life. He stepped in and he did what no other man did all the way through till I was all the way in college. They didn't get divorced until years later. And that man saved my life in so many ways. He was so, and we did have fights. I mean, like teenagers, kids, you got kids, kids say, your kids say crazy stuff to you. So just imagine what they're going to say to a stranger in the midst of being upset.
It's like I said, dog, like for me.
But sorry, not to cut you off.
No,
So I'm just saying, thank God for him, because I tell him all the time, if I had, my father's out of prison now. If I get married, both of them have to walk me down the aisle, because he.
All right, so that means your father did time in jail. That means from what I'm collecting, what I understand, and what's good, Angela C, I seem to tell him. What I'm getting to understanding is, seem to me, you and your baby father do co-parent, which is fine, but your father was not involved in your life because he did some things, just put himself in a slammer. So mommy had to go look for a placement, which is your stepfather that did his job well enough to see you go forth and be a productive young lady. And if you guys want your questions written, it has to be a super chat roughly. It makes things a little better. I prefer that. But out of anything else, it depends. But usually a general question, a super chat will go a long way. So let's continue. Farious.
Really raised me.
Yeah.
So that thought process to me is just mind blowing and it's insane. The reason I don't want to date people with kids, I don't concern myself with what the kids may or may not say, because what you give a kid is what they're going to give you back. And once they get to that age of teenage, we know teenagers, so that's not even something to take personal. I'm expecting you to say it, because if you don't say it, I think something ain't right. Because that's what kids are going to say.
But some kids won't say it.
Yeah.
But again, if you do say it, it's like, to me, it's like,
It's a hit or miss.
it's like, I'm gonna laugh at you, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I like, my advice on this, man, is not gonna, because I say I can't.
You're not a
I can't
single-
say you wrong. I can't say you wrong. I can't say. All I'm saying is, for me, I'm black, bro. So I only know how to be black.
Right.
And all I'm saying is, a lot of us, we grew up fatherless.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we always talk about back in the days and stuff like that. I think a lot of times, man, the difference with why back in the days was probably a lot better than today is because a man, when he meets a woman, he didn't care how many kids she had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he loved that woman, like that woman,
Took her and her kids.
it was all in.
Yep.
But it's different time, different
But
mindset.
can I piggyback off what you said?
Let me finish. I'm gonna let you rock.
Right, go ahead.
So I can only go off my experience. Like I said, I always wanted a dad. Never had one, but now I get to play one. So I get to be one. It's
Yeah, I
most
say you get to
important.
be one.
Yeah, I get to be,
Yeah.
and I love being a dad. And to me, I don't look at a kid like that's mine or not mine. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like you a child, and you're with me. You're my child, no matter what. So. And I know it's gonna come a time, right? You're gonna go, oh, you're not my father, and I'm okay with that. I'm cool. You're right. I'm not your dad, but I am your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not your dad, but I am your dad, and I could take whatever comes along
And
with that.
as a kid that been there, I can tell you, we say that in that moment because we're upset, we're teenagers, we're young, our mind isn't fully formed. But I promise you, we come back and that apology is 10 freaking fold because we understand. But as a kid, you can't expect kids to understand.
But also, let me say this. Let me piggyback off what you said, because you mentioned
You're talking about
that-
the time.
Yeah, the times.
Yeah.
See, you have to understand. In those times, women used to honor men. When a man came in and took over a family, that woman gave that man praise. Just honor, because in today's time that we're living in, being a stepfather is like basically being down. You know what I'm saying? Being down talked upon, right? Because matter of fact, I see it all the time, where modern single mothers will be like,
And he ain't lying about that one. He ain't lying on that one.
but this man that you created this family with didn't even have to pay didn't have to pay that premium price.
But who's to say that?
No, it's going on. It's omnipresent. So why does this man, who is competitive, productive, has to come in and share his resources with you? For prime example, so if we do the Brady Bunch thing, right? If this woman have her kids, I have my kids, and we merge our family together, right? So every $100 that I spend within that household, 40% is going to go to your kids, 60% is going to go to my kids. So basically,
All right.
I'm taking resources away from my biological kids to give it to your kids, who is to say if those kids are going to appreciate me for what I'm doing for them, for being present, for being a father figure to them, right? At least I know if I have my own kids, my own biological kids, as long as I'm showing up for them, I'm taking care of them, I'm mentally present for my kids, at least I know when I become an old man one day, my kids are going to take care of me. I don't have to worry about my kids telling me, oh, you ain't my daddy. Why do I have to listen to you? And also, too, with bringing two families together, certain set of rules, your kids may follow certain set of rules. So my kids could be like, Daddy, why they do such and such and such? Why can they do this? And because you have a set of rules from your kids, they're gonna be like, damn, why can they do this and why can't I do that?
You're saying the mindsets could be
Yeah,
different.
it can be completely different. So that could confuse the kid. You get what I'm? You get what
I understand what
this
you're
is
saying.
no.
I get what you're saying with the
Stop saying you
mindset.
understand.
No. What I'm
Yeah,
saying is
you
that
get what
no.
I'm saying.
Listen. This
This
not.
is pure
It's not.
stupidity.
It's
But
logic.
what I'm saying, I understand
No,
is
it's not.
what-
It's stupidity.
No.
It's
See, now she's getting triggered. Why you getting triggered, sweetie? What you don't like what men really have to think and be honest and tell you the real truth? You don't like that? I know. But baby, at the end of the day, a man has to be honest with you of why investing in a single mother with child, one or two child, it's not a good investment at all. It is such a detrimental now that I won't be surprised when they do data and find if being around single mothers cause or shorten life of a man, all the basically go through and what they call it, all the form of mental and spiritual abuse they deal with like these women. What else? We'll see indeed. All right, let's keep going. Fair use.
basically taking every reason you can think of in the book for why it wouldn't work. When you meet somebody and you're engaged with that person and you like that person in the beginning, yes, it may be a conflict of how you parent, how I parent. It's gonna even if you didn't have kids, it's gonna happen. If I meet you and I start talking to you, how you live your life and how I live my life may be two completely different things. Over time, we mesh. Over time, you blend. That's pure stupidity. And guess what? If it comes to the point where you guys can't agree on things, it would never even get to the point that you even have to concern yourself with blended families. Because as women, mothers, I can't speak for all mothers, but I could say, I'm not gonna deal with no man that don't mesh or blend well with my kids. And that doesn't mean I'm putting my kids before you. That just means as I analyze this situation that we're in, if it's not gonna work, it wouldn't get to that point where we even have to go to that. But there are situations where you will blend just fine. That means that's for you. I have a favorite phrase I like to use. I use it all the time when I'm referring to just myself, when I'm referring to dating. And I say it all the time, people need to learn their lanes. When you know your lane, you're not confused. When you're dating people that are in your... I'm in the far left lane, probably about 90% of the time. And it's quite often that I get guys that are in the far right lane, that slow lane, and somehow they made their way over to mine. And I don't understand how they got there or why they're there, but they're there. So I have to redirect them because I know just off a conversation, just off of one conversation could let me know. And I have to redirect you and say, hey, this just isn't your lane. I'm not sure how you got here, but I want to redirect you very respectfully. So I say that to say, again, it depends on you as a person. Because if you meet like-minded people, right, then the likelihood that it would be just so chaotic, what's the likelihood of that? What's the likelihood of it? You attract what you want, what you like. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that just as, like I said, I had my daughter when I was 19.
Yeah, we do track what we want, but usually not everything we want, we always gonna get 9/10 at a time. There's some days, you shot, you might get turned down. What you do doesn't matter. You stay or you go find another more fish in the sea. You go chuck up and go back into the ocean to go find some more better fish. No one's perfect. But you're trying to make the exception the only rule, and the exception is the rule. You have a child by another man, it hurts you, and you lose a few money points there. This would be in the fan result for it. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Fair use.
if you want to be honest, I had my daughter when I was 18 because she was born 3 days before my 19th birthday. And so I've been doing this single parent thing since I don't even know. I can't even tell you when it started. This is here we are. But I've never dated a person that didn't get it. I've never dated a person that I had to fight with you about what you give your kids, what I'm giving. That's stupidity right there.
All right, all right. I
No,
feel you,
before you.
But I just wanna make a quick point. Go ahead.
What I was saying, I get was the last part of what he said.
About what?
You know what I'm saying? When the last part
I
you
cut you
said.
off too. I'm sorry.
Boy, you cut me off because you slashed
Sorry.
me.
I had to get in there. Sorry.
No, what I was agreeing was the last part. What he said, he's like, yo, like, he's saying, well, how would I know that a child is gonna look out for me, right? That's not my child. Like I said again, I understand that part, but what I'm saying, I understand. I'm saying I understand his concern, his personal concerns.
That's a crazy concern.
But those are his personal concerns.
I
But
understand.
what I'm see,
Because my opinion,
you see what I'm saying?
understand.
That's what I was
Bro,
saying.
yeah, okay.
But like,
because my opinion shouldn't have dominion over anyone.
no,
else.
but for me, what I'm saying is for me, dog. Like I said, I'm a big kid, bro.
Yeah.
I run around in my house. I play in the rain with my son, bro. I run around, and it's not just because it's my son. I would that with any kid, bro. I just love to have fun and be a kid. I'm a big kid,
Right.
bro. I can't help it.
Right.
My wife get mad at me. You ain't like a child. I'm a child, bro. I like to have fun, and I think that spirit in me just makes me get along with. I just love all kids.
Right.
So I don't.
I love kids. I'm not saying I don't love kids.
No, I'm saying, but
Yeah,
but for me, my mindset is not like that's mine. That's not mine. I don't
Right.
like. It's even with adults, bro. Kids even more. Whatever I got going on with my kids, if it's kids around me, we all involved. I don't. There's no distinguish. If I'm eating, you know how everybody
We all
eating.
eat,
yeah.
But that's just how I am, bro. Like I'm very family orientated,
Yeah.
and I love people, and I love kids even more because they're innocent.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like, wow, and I protect them the way I wanted to be protected when
Right,
I was a kid.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's just again, that's my take. That's how
Yeah.
I am.
But let me make a point, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm speaking to what I'm speaking about what's going on in these recent times, right?
Oh.
And let me make another point. No man that is productive and competitive want to be restricted, right? I'm gonna give you an example, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna use you as an example. You're married, you have your wife, and you have your kids, right? Supposedly you get off from work, you want to go home and you want to enjoy your wife, right? It's easy for you to come home, and if your kids are past their bedtime, it's easy for you to say, "Hey, son, Janiyah and whatever it's your son, me and your
Well,
mama, we
well,
got
well,
some things to
well,
take care of. It's time for you to
Well,
go to your
it's
room.
Princess Naya, Princess Shy, and Pop
Right.
Pop.
It's time for you to go to your room.
Yeah,
Me
it's
and your
three.
mama got some things to handle. But if I'm a stepdad and I come home and I say something to those kids, if I say, hey, it's time for you guys to go to sleep, some woman, I'm not saying all, some woman would take offense to it. They'd be like, well, why are you talking to my kids like that? You shouldn't tell them when they go to bed or not. It happens all the time. So
But it goes back to show when you play the stepdaddy role to a mother or to a woman that is baby mama and is her kids, you're not really in control like that towards her kids. Matter of fact, the control and power is limited to you as a stepfather. And the brother knows this. He definitely knows that. And that's one of the dilemmas a lot of men are not gonna really step up to be no goddamn stepdaddy. Just that notion where it say, it's time, for mommy and daddy that privacy time, and you try and tell them, but not like tell them like that because it's graphic. And you see them, she butts in and then gets mad at you. So yeah, that's the problem. All right, let's go on. Fair use.
that's
Where
the
are these
reason why
statistics coming from?
it's happening. We're living in 2024. Come on now. Let's
Well,
let's not play crazy like we don't know this is.
Well,
really
I think
happening.
remember we had the conversation we had when we had the Dear Black Woman episode,
Mhm.
and I was saying that I feel like a lot of times, not just black men but black women as well, they don't do their due diligence. And what I meant by that is if I meet a woman, she has children, and me and her we've become, because it's gonna take time for us to live together. And so I'm with this woman, we're dating, and eventually we get more serious. And I would hope that she would see the way I treat her kids with love and admiration, whatever, so that when we are living together, if I say, hey, it's time for everybody to go to sleep,
Right.
I would hope she would know it's coming from a good place. She's not going to intervene. Because as a man, she would understand, like, oh, we're going to go spend some time together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would hope.
Yeah.
Like I say, for me, like I like to study. I like to do homework. I don't like to. I
Yeah.
never like to dive into anything.
Yeah.
Right.
The one time I ever dove into anything, oof,
And for me to clear this up, bro, let me make this clear. And when I'm speaking, I'm not talking about single traditional mothers. I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about single traditional. I'm talking about single modern mothers.
But as a man,
in
as a
2024.
okay,
That's
but,
what I'm
but
speaking
as a
on.
person,
Yeah, but you see, it goes to show you about the modernization and the issues of it. That you gotta pick your poison at the end of the day. You had to pick your poison. And you deal with modern West woman, like the woman expressed that she's a modern woman. These are the drawbacks you deal with. These are a disadvantage. You're not gonna be in control of the children like that because not your kids. Now she's gonna give you pushback if you want to exercise discipline in a very negative fashion. Wow. Yeah, that's not a good sign. So yeah. Yes. So obviously, you're not in control. And that's the dilemma of being the modern man dealing with modern women. I love modernism. Don't y'all? Fair use, fair use.
such as yourself, who's very traditional,
Right.
right? There's no way you're gonna fall into that kind of situation because you're traditional.
Right.
So that means the woman you're gonna be looking for is gonna fit that criteria.
Right.
Right. So those examples won't even shouldn't even exist because in your mind you're gonna do your homework.
Right,
That's what I'm
exactly,
saying. Like and I
But you're
understand.
saying them or speaking them as
Damn,
if this
G,
is something
why you
that
ain't let
you
me
would
finish? I had a good point
to
going.
realize. Cause y'all, I've been letting y'all talk.
No, but I had a
Go
good.
ahead.
I was trying to go ahead. I was trying to make drive a point home.
Go
But
ahead,
no,
drive
no,
a
no.
point
I,
home.
go ahead, go ahead. Because your point, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Because again, like I said, I'm listening as from a woman. So my responses to you are based upon what you're saying. So it's almost like counterproductive because you're saying one thing and then you're saying something else. So you're saying I'm
No, that's not counterproductive. He's being real with you and being blunt, straightforward with you. That is not a good deal. It's not worth the squeeze. And he's giving reasons why. He's not in control. He's playing second best in this relationship, especially when it comes to kids. And I'm a man. Be honest with y'all, I don't really like the fact that with certain children, I have some propensity to be very disrespectful. You think the parents, right, the mothers raise them or whatever, will do a better job just instilling more firm discipline. I mean, because one thing with children only react to, and this woman is clean up her son's toys, which she should be doing anyway. But anyway, some women by default, you'll hear just to pick up the slack for the baby father that does not want to play his role. You're the backup. And you know how it's with backups. There's always another backup plan. Once you don't play ball, she's ready to discard you and move on to the next one. Matter of fact, she's already replacing your backup as we speak. Keep that in mind. Yes. And if you guys like the stream, let me know in the chat room. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to participate in the chat room. And if you want me to open up, I want to hear from y'all, please let me know now. All right, let's keep going.
I'm not speaking for. Okay, so that's what makes it like a little bit difficult because when you say these are happening right now in these times, I need statistics, I need data, I need something to support that. And the reason I'm going to say that is because again, when you say traditional, you're not talking about modern. It's so tricky going into that area, right?
No, it's not. No, the day has already been spoken. You hear constantly what the men have been saying, and for y'all want to question data, you're in your right, ladies, if you want to go there. But let's be honest, there's too many men that don't have kids now. And depending on what part in life they are, if they reach 35 or 40, that might start having kids. This is later in life. And even that, some men are even cautious even having kids here in America because of these factors, these dilemmas. Are they going to be impregnating a woman that already has kids, or the woman's already been sold on? Or there's going to be impregnating someone that doesn't have kids, but she is very quick to pull the trigger and walk out this relationship more faster than you. I'm just saying. Think on that. Fair use.
I consider myself to be a modern woman.
Okay.
However, I was raised on traditional values.
Okay.
So it depends on how you would then categorize, right? That's your choice. What you
You can't be modern and traditional at the same time. You must pick a struggle. There's not in between. There's only one. If you're traditional, you're traditional. But if you're modern, you're modern. There's no in betweens. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Fair use. Fair use.
see how you and it so on and so forth for every other man. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, so to say that's what's going on right now, I have to disagree. And I'm disagreeing because I am a modern woman. And I have modern friends that are single mothers that would completely wholeheartedly disagree with what you're saying.
I get your point, but let me ask you this, Vic. So you don't think that a man that is productive and competitive, taking on a pre-made family, so you telling me that's a good thing? How okay, let me ask you this. How are your kids are going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that.
See,
I would never.
But
Because
that's
you
the
would
problem.
never ask me how my kids would be an asset to you.
that's the thing.
That's insanity.
But see, I'm coming from a logical standpoint. You
I
have
don't
to ask
think
those questions.
any woman
And let me say one more
is
thing.
going to
Vic.
let you say, how can your kids be an... No, sweetie. No.
It's the truth.
Well, if you insist, if you think and feel that way, stay the single route. Go and be on this, what we call the carousel. And one more time for the gram or for the youth. And you know, ladies can't really stop riding the carousel. They love it. They jump and bounce on the cock like it's nothing on the carousel. One more time. So yeah, you get the deal. Let's continue.
No, it's not.
If
Because
I'm-
if we're
listen,
talking about we're
listen.
living in a world.
Uh-huh.
No, because we're talking about living in a world where you're constantly putting the male on this pedestal and you're forgetting that this is not the old days. So right now at this point, there are a lot of men that sit on a pedestal, but baby, their pedestal is way, way beneath that woman's. I'm not done.
Okay,
So
fine.
when you say
You know he didn't say nothing, sweetie. You're pointing and you're rushing. Relax, chill. Matter of fact, I forgot. Thank you. Now it's starting to hit me. For those that don't know, and I should say this early in the broadcast, this is the first volume of how Chaos Rain like to point it. Lower your mother standards, please, bitch. You must lower your standards. There is no reasonable standards. Your standards can't be high. You must lower your standards. Let's continue. Fair use, fair use.
what can you bring to the table? I feel like that goes both ways these days. Traditionally, back in old days, women couldn't bring that much. We didn't have that much. We weren't able to accomplish as much. But we have come very, very far. And I'm going to say that as a single mother myself, that a lot of men cannot even sit at the table with me, if I'm being honest, and I still give them a seat. I still push the seat open for them to...
Well, if you said you still make them sit in your seat, you know what? Most men that really got their stuff together, they kick that motherfucker down the stairs, the seat, the table. They lift the table and fling the table off the floor. Now, let's be honest, gentlemen. From her conversation, look like she dealt with dudes that are not really, let's say, not really highly accomplished. I go as far as some of them don't even got steady employment. This is the vibes I'm getting off when I'm hearing this lady right here, this chick. For you to sit there out your mouth, somebody saying, if I allow you to seat at the table. No, you don't allow no man no seat nowhere. The men are going to present the table here. You meet the terms of the man. If not, you get your ass up, turn your backside, and walk away like everything else. This is not a negotiation. This is not something that we're going to have back and forth. You know the saying goes, we do not negotiate with terrorists. And that is a terrorist remark you're making. Let's rewind back. All right, let's go.
the table with me, if I'm being honest, and I still give them a seat. I still push the seat open for them to sit down and show me what they can bring to the table for me. Because
What's good, DOD? How you doing? You know, DOD, if you're not busy, let me know. I'm gonna drop the link, call link. Have y'all, give your take on this, or explain, or just have conversation with me, because this is a very intriguing video that needs discussion. Fair use, fair use.
I know intellectually, I know financially, I know.
Oh, and please share this in your timeline if you can.
On a 1,000 different levels, they don't even meet me halfway. So when you make a statement like that, again, like I said, I'm a single mother. I'm a modern woman. I have so many friends across, not just in Florida, this is not Miami. I'm talking about friends, period. And they're single mothers, but they bring a lot to the table. And for a man to ever ask me what my kids could do to benefit him, he would never even speak to me again.
All right, but let me ask you this question, Vic.
Well, if he never gonna speak to you again, kick rocks. Just kick rocks, bitch. Kick rocks. And there are more men that's so bold. And I know we're gonna get some simps out here, they're gonna get mad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, she can kick rocks. Okay, that's cool, DOD. That's cool, that's good, that's cool. All right, 1 second, guys. Hold on a second. All right, you guys there? Okay. Hello? All right. Let me think. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the call link now. For those that want to come up, call lines open. I'm gonna wind this back for y'all. So let me wind back. All right, listen carefully to this. Fair use, guys. All right.
And I'm going to say that as a single mother myself, that a lot of men cannot even sit at the table with me, if I'm being honest, and I still give them a seat. I still push the seat open for them to sit down and show me what they can bring to the table for me, because I know intellectually, I know financially, I know on a 1,000 different levels, they don't even meet me halfway. So when you make a statement like that, again, like I said, I'm a single mother. I'm a modern woman. I have so many friends across, not just in Florida, this is not Miami. I'm talking about friends, period. And they're single mothers, but they bring a lot to the table. And for a man to ever ask me what my kids could do to benefit him, he would never even speak to me again.
All right, but let me ask you this question, Vic. So do you want a man to come in there and share his resources with your kids?
I have a question.
No.
I have to counter it. I have to counter it.
Just answer it. I need
He's
a yes
sharing.
or no.
Do I want him to
yes.
come in and share his resources with my children?
Yes or no?
I'm asking. I'm trying to get clarity
Okay.
on a question.
If you're dating a man,
What is the resources that he's sharing with my children?
his finances.
I don't need 'em.
Because Vic, that's cap. I don't care what you say, Vic. Listen, Vic, I don't care. If a man is dating a woman at some point in time, Vic, a woman
Let's
is
get
going
into
to
it.
want a man to share his finances in the household. So
Yes.
you telling me you're gonna sleep, you're gonna lay up there, you're gonna date a man, you're gonna sleep with that man, and you ain't gonna ask that man to contribute his finances?
So
with your kids?
here's the kicker.
I find that to be hard to understand.
the
That is
kicker.
cap. I'm sorry.
Here's the
That's
kicker.
cap.
Here's the kicker, and we're gonna clear it up.
Go ahead.
I never said I would expect a man to come in and share his not share his finances. I never said that.
That's his
I
resources.
okay, if that's all the resources he has, that's problem number one. We're gonna start. No, that's definitely problem
That's his
number one.
resources.
That's not enough for me.
How
So
that's not
again,
enough?
it's not, because I have my own money. So when you start talking about modern women and you're sitting in front of a woman that makes well over 6 figures a year, you're not going to tell me that a man can step through that door and tell me, what can your kids do for me? No, baby, what can you do for this household? Because this household runs effortlessly without your finances.
Okay, Vic,
So the expectation would be, if you're stepping through this door, Why would you step through my door and you're not
All right,
able to
Vic,
provide any
okay,
resources?
Vic, okay, Vic, listen, I don't care if you make 6 figures. You know why? Because at the end of the day, your 6 figures is for you. You would never share it with me. At the end of the day,
Why would you think
listen,
that?
But Vic, listen, at the end of the day, whether you make 6 figures or not, you will still want a man to come through there to take over the finances, to take that burden off your shoulders. Don't give it to Vic. Every woman wants that. So when I hear women say that they're not looking for a man to share their resources, that is cap. And also, let me finish making another point.
No, you
This
can't.
is another risk. Listen, Ralph, let me make this one final point. This is another risk of a man that is competitive and productive, that's getting to a situation where he's dealing with a pre-made family. Who is to say if I was to marry you and you divorce me, you will go to the courthouse and put me on child support for the next 18 years for kids that don't even belong to me. And matter of fact, even if I'm not married to you, if I've been dating you for a substantial amount of time, depending on what the state, you can still go and put me on child support for 18 years for kids that are not mine. So to close it off, a man, a productive man that's dating a single modern baby mom in this generation, that's a lose-lose situation. And I'm gonna end it like that.
I'm just, I don't have much, I don't have much to add. The only thing I can say is I hate that has been your experience. I hate that those are the women that you have encountered one way or another,
No, I'm
not
speaking in
personally,
general. Speaking
not
in general.
personally, one way or another. I hate that for you. I hate that for your friends. I hate that for anyone that you know. Because
All right, guys, I'm back. I missed a lot, so hold on. Hold on, guys. Where is? Oh, here it is. One second, guys. I'm trying. Okay. All right. So she said a lot. And who else is in here? Hustler and Muscler. I put the call line. Y'all can come up. Let me see how far I was listening. Oh, 33 minutes. So what y'all heard so far? Let me wind back because I missed 30 minutes of it. Because I gotta listen to it again. All right, let's go again. Let's rewind it back. Fair use, fair use.
Vic, that's cap. I don't care what you say, Vic. Listen, Vic, I don't care. If a man is dating a woman at some point in time, Vic, a woman
Let's
is
get
going
into
to
it.
want a man to share his finances in the household. So
Yes.
you telling me you're going to sleep, you're going to lay up there, you're going to date a man, you're going to sleep with that man, and you ain't going to ask that man to contribute his finances
so
with your kids?
here's the
I
kicker.
find that to be hard to understand.
the
That is
kicker.
cap.
and
I'm sorry.
Here's the
That's
kicker.
cap.
Yeah, and I find it hard too because, see, women tell lie on each other every day. Don't think for a minute, and I mean a minute, that you're gonna be in this little relationship, and she ain't gonna expect you to open your wallet at all, man. At all. At all. Let that sink in. Just let that sink, guys. I don't know. Hey, DOD, Femi has been asking about you. I'm not sure what her obsession about you, but she's been asking about you. I don't know, brother. I just don't know. Anyhow, let's keep going.
Here's the kicker, and we're gonna clear it up.
Go ahead.
I never said I would expect a man to come in and share his not share his finances. I never said that.
That's his
I
resources.
okay, if that's all the resources he has, that's problem number one. We're gonna start. No, that's definitely problem
That's
number
his
one.
resources.
That's not enough for me.
How that's
So
not
again,
enough?
it's not because I have my own money. So when you start talking about modern women and you're sitting in front of a woman that makes well over 6 figures a year.
Yeah, man. If you dare, yeah, it is what it is. And I'm not gonna post that we just wrote. She's obsessed, bro, and it's getting weird, bro. And I don't like mention people, but I'm not sure what is between you and her. It baffles me. Dude, you have this effect on a lot of women, bro. I don't know what it is about you, and you're elder, but you're smooth, DLD. I swear, a lot of young dudes, if they want to learn how to keep a certain woman and keep them talking about you and wrap their mind about you, they gotta come to you, DOD, for real, man, because you got that swag, you got that smoothness. I don't know if it's what you say. I don't know if when you speak out your mouth or you say something that hypnotize some of these ladies that keep asking about you, DOD. I just don't understand it. Anyway, I'm being distracted. I'm getting distracted. Let me continue on with the show. Fair use. Sorry, guys. And please donate to the channel, guys. Oh, wait. Matter of fact, I got something better. What I'm doing.
My money. I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
All right. Make sure to support the channel, donate the channel. I see people watching back and forth. Please, guys, support the channel. I will surely love and appreciate it. And let me do this. Since I see people, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open up the chat room. And I'll open the chat room temporarily. So for those that's watching, you could chat away now. Be respectful in the chat room. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
You're not going to tell me that a man can step through that door and tell me, what can your kids do for me? No, baby, what can you do for this household? Because this household runs effortlessly without your finances.
Okay,
So so the expectation would be, if you're stepping through this door, why would you step through my door and you're not
All right,
able to
Vic,
provide any
okay,
resources?
Vic, okay, Vic, listen, I don't care if you make 6 figures. You know why? Because at the end of the day, your 6 figures is for you. You would never share it with me. At the end of the day,
Why would you think
listen,
that?
But Vic, listen, at the end of the day, whether you make 6 figures or not, you will still want a man to come through there to take over the finances, to take that burden off your shoulders. Don't give it to Vic. Every woman wants that. So when I hear women say that they're not looking for a man to share their resources, that is cap. Let me finish making another point.
No, you
This
can't.
is another risk. Listen, Ralph, let me make this one final point. This is another risk of a man that is competitive and productive, that's getting to a situation where he's dealing with a pre-made family. Who was to say, if I was to marry you and you divorced?
Oh, DOD, I think hold on, I got you, player. Hold on. 1 second. Where's my Cash App? There's my Cash App, DOD. $ Chaos 8 Rain. There you go. Fair use, fair use.
It's me, you will go to the courthouse and put me on child support for the next 18 years for kids that don't even belong to me. And matter of fact, even if I'm not married to you, if I've been dating you for a substantial amount of time, depending on what the state, you can still go and put me on child support for 18 years for kids that are not mine. So to close it off, a man, a productive man that's dating a single modern baby mom in this generation, that's a lose-lose situation. And I'm gonna end it like that.
Need I say more? Do we need to be opposed to what he just said? Now, Hustle, you up on the panel. Yeah, if you want to add on to this conversation.
Yeah, what's good, Chaos?
What's good, man? What's good? You got locks now, or you still got your bald head naturally?
Nope, I'm still a bald head. That's just an avatar.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, all right, cool. How far you been listening to the stream? Because to really chime in, you had to get a good glimpse of what is being said here. And trust me, this is not a lengthy conversation that you're listening to right now. This is actually only half a minute. It's like 30 minutes, maybe greater 30 minutes, this whole conversation. And the premise of this conversation that's going viral on TikTok especially. And the sad thing about it, since I mentioned this again, I'm gonna repeat this again. These brothers did this show. Their channel's not that old. Their channel roughly is over a year, just a year. And the problem with this, right, is that they're not getting no credit from it, to the point where people can't really look for where's the actual video of this. So at the end they had a good conversation, and they only ran the 28 mark clip of why he asked the question, what is an asset to your children? And she said, you never see my children, so I will never allow that. That's what made it go viral. That little short segment on the 28 minute mark of this original video was the one they snipped the most and it's been played the most. But before I go into that, let me do this. I have to do this because I have somebody here.
But they be knocking, y'all. The sonic rings up out of it, and you.
Thank you, DOD, for the $10 super chat. I sure appreciate it. Appreciate you, brother. So that's just the backdrop. Now you could add on your take on it, Osler.
Yeah. Now I heard enough of that video to already know that woman is just full of. Now I did my own show talking about why we as men, single men who are single childless men, don't want to deal with single mothers, and this woman here just basically summed it all up. I mean, she had the nerve to, because she was saying, I think, excuse me, the gentleman asked, like, how are your kids going to be an asset to me if I decided to date you? And she got upset at that, saying you shouldn't be asking that question. Sweetheart, that's one of the meaty fucking questions you got to ask. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. That's one of the meaty questions a man should ask. That's one of the meaty questions a man should ask a woman trying to date a single mother. Are your kids going to be an asset to me, or are they going to be a burden to me? Because if it's the latter, I don't want anything to do with them. So I don't know why she got upset at that. That's something that you should inspect. And the second thing that irked me was how she said, oh, she's a modern woman, but yet she still wants a traditional. That's the message I got from her. She's a modern woman, but yet she still wants a man to be traditional. That's not fair either. We don't live in them times anymore. She understands that, but at the same time, she still wants a man to take all her responsibility and take all her burden. And in this case, kids that don't even belong to said man, because he doesn't have kids of his own, and he doesn't have kids of his own. So that's what it's saying. I've been hearing this for the longest. We don't want to date single moms because we're too lazy to deal with them. We don't know, when in reality, we have enough common sense to know dealing with a female who doesn't have kids is just not going to go. And if they get married and she divorces him, she's going to take his ass to the cleaners and child support. So we all know how this mess goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me started. If he adopts those kids, that's hella child support he's gonna have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So no, And this concept only applies to the young men who don't have children. If you're a younger person or an older person who doesn't have children, I'm talking to y'all. Now, if you're a single dad, maybe it can work. But if you're a single man with no children, no, I suggest you don't do it. That's just my take on it.
Okay. Yeah, man. I put the cash out for your DOD, but I appreciate it for the super chat. Yeah, because think about it. It is a thankless job, like always, and it's worse than a thankless job. Let's be fair and honest. That she feels very entitled to even one, the man ask that type of question, but two, that why shouldn't you? Like it is like you're obligated to do something. You get me? Early in this conversation, she said herself that she doesn't want to be no stepmother, but you want the men to be stepdaddies. Oh
my God! I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off. I've been hearing that too. So you don't want a man that's got kids, but yeah, you're a single mom, and a man will just take you.
Exactly.
Get out of here, man. The double standards are just ridiculous. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's real out here. Anyway, let's. There's only a few more minutes left to this tape, so let's listen more. Fairies.
All right.
I don't have much. I don't have much to add. The only thing I could say is I hate that has been your experience. I hate that those are the women that you have encountered one way or another, not personally, one way or another. Mm-hmm. I hate that for you. I hate that for your friends. I hate that for anyone that you know, because that is not reality. That is not the reality that we're living in. Mm-hmm. That is actually a bubble in which we choose to put ourselves in. I'm going to go back to my statement that there are lanes. And when I learned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but she said that's not the reality. My God, is she delusional? That is the reality. It may not be the whole daggone world, but I'm sorry. That's the reality. That's the world we're living in now. Yeah. So how's she going to say that's the reality? Now, granted, I'm not finna a few people do you wrong. You should go through life hating everybody. No, but for her to say that's not the world we're living in, have you been living under a rock for the past couple of decades? Seriously? That is the reality, and it's not just what this gentleman is seeing; it's what everybody is seeing. I've spoken to other men and women who've seen this kind of stuff play out too. Some married, some not, but we can all agree that this is what's going on in our modern era.
Yeah.
It ain't just So that statement blew me right there. But continue.
All right, thank you. Fair use.
When I stay in my lane and I don't allow people that don't belong in my lane, I don't have any of those problems that you're referring to. Not one.
Let me ask you this one question, Vic. In the animal kingdom, when a lion takes over,
I don't care about them.
No, you have to, because it's still nature, right?
Just
When a
listen.
lion take
Yeah, you
I'm
have
sorry.
over pride, right? What does that male lion does to those cubs of the other pride that he took over? What does that lion do?
Would you rather have been a lion?
No, I'm going.
I'm a human.
Okay, you know what that lion would do? That lion would kill those cubs.
Yeah, I'm a
because,
human.
You know why? I understand you're human, but I'm saying that because by nature, men, we are territorial. We do not want to deal with. We don't want to take on pre-made families.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me intervene. My brother speaking generally about the men that he represents. You speaking about the women you represent. Now I know I'm not single, so I'm not mingling. You know that, girl. So I'm gonna say this for the brothers like me, because it's different brothers, different mindset.
Yeah.
Like I say, for me, bro, it don't matter.
Okay.
But like I say, that's your mindset. That's your mindset. For me, it don't matter. For me, if I like a woman, I like the woman.
Right.
If the woman has kids, she has kids. No kids, it don't matter. Because it is what it is, bro. Because if you meet a woman, if that's a deal breaker, then I don't know, bro. You might be missing out on a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those are not your kids. You're right.
Are you
want
serious?
your own. You can still have a blended family with her, and you can still help her with the kids if you want to. If not, I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury, bro. I can't tell nobody what to do. I know
Okay,
for me,
pause.
as a black man, bro.
Go ahead.
First of all, salute this man for being married, but I think he was way off with that. He said if you get with a single mother, you could be missing out on a good thing, but you can help grow with those kids. Well, that depends on the situation. The woman has to grant that man some authority over said kids if that's going to work, because we live in an age where you can't tell somebody else's kids what to do and all that kind of stuff. So it's like you want this man to be the head of the household, but he has no authority to discipline your kid. The responsibility, but no authority. That's what we're seeing nowadays. So he's not quite accurate with that damn statement. And second of all, that chick was accurate when dude tried to make the lion analogy, which by the way I didn't know of because I don't know much about how animals function. He said the cub, an alpha lion, takes out another alpha lion. He not only takes out the lion, but takes out the cubs because he doesn't want the responsibility of taking care of them as well, or them growing up getting revenge. That makes sense when you think about it. But she didn't want to hear that. Typical of a modern woman. She didn't want to hear that. I'm a human. What do I know? Shut your ass up and listen to what the man got to say before you start talking. Jesus. I'm trying to listen to what the man got to say. Like she's trying to. It's like she's trying to deflect. She's showing she's a modern woman. I can tell you that right now. She's definitely demonstrating that. All right, continue. I got more to say, but continue.
She's more than modern. She wants it all. She wants it her way, and that's fine. That's cool. But in the world, you can have it all. There's no way in hell you're gonna have it all. It's impossible.
This ain't Burger King.
Yeah. All right. Fair use.
Who grew up fatherless? I wanted a father. I would have loved to have a dad. And maybe that's why I didn't have one. Maybe a lot of the black men probably think like how you said, though, like why would I waste my money on a person that's not my kid? And I get it, but I don't share that.
And I'm speaking in general.
And I'm saying, for me, I don't share that. For me, bro, I love kids. Mine's are not. Even I have a wife now. And if I'm saying, you bring your son. I'm not gonna say, oh, he's not. I don't care, bro.
Okay,
kids
pause.
Let's have fun. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna speculate that this man is married to a single mother. The way he talking.
I mean, the way I'm not. You see, my thing with a lot of brothers, and I don't know if I have any issue with this man personally.
I don't either. I'm just saying.
But, I mean, with a platform like this and the conversation as it stands right now, is like you're being the person that's trying to be in the middle or the gray area, and there's no gray area in regards to the conversation between baby mamas and baby fathers. In my opinion,
Yeah.
And the whole title of the original video of this called "Dating While a Single Parent," And there is a cost and a price you have to pay when you're out here in these streets with children. If you're a parent, sometimes you're going to have to be, or you don't have. You're not going to compromise between you and your kids. Your kids going to be always the ones that you have to make the harsh decision to anyone you bring in front of your life. See, men always make the hard call when it comes to his kids dealing with other women. And I know the notion that a lot of women will say the stupid shit, and I'm trying to limit the cussing. There's not much cussing, so we're fine now.
It's all good. I got a mouth on me too, so I ain't judging.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That I'm hearing too much from ladies. Someone saying they don't want their kids if they give it to the father, so they're around other women, so the woman could do something to their kids. But for God's sake, most of the abuse comes from single mothers, or by default, because you're letting anybody come in your house, treat you and your kids by any means. Now, with a man, he has to be more with discretion. Anything that doesn't go well or goes his way, she's gone. Just like one time when the guy said earlier in this videotape, when the man has to do something for his daughter, right? And she didn't like it and made it a constant complaint about him about he spent too much time with his daughter. He immediately ended that relationship. Just like that, hustler. You know why? Because men move like that. I'm not picking you and my children, itch. Are you out your mind? I will replace you in a given notice with the final snap.
Yeah.
Abide by my rules and deal with I have it from me and play ball or go somewhere else. Not women. Mm-hmm. We hear stories about women, especially when it comes to daughters. I'm hearing too much stories about it, where they will sit there, take the word of the goddamn Negro or another man over their daughter. You know, I'm not lying, guys. Mm-hmm. Or even sometimes stories of mothers kicking out their daughters once they start to develop. These are not random stories. These are things I see going on. I heard about it, and I do know it goes on. So it's not the same. It is not the same. You're jealous because you don't want to be second. Disney, please come up here. Disney. You would know better because you're the older person on the building. Please, I put the call line for you alone. All right, let's keep going. I gotta keep on with this tape. Farious.
Oh wait.
Big
I had
kid,
something
I'll
else
run
to
around.
say too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, something else to say. He said something about, well, he always wanted a father in his life, and he figured a lot of kids don't have father because they have this mindset, I'm not dating a single mother. Mm-hmm. So it seemed like he's perpetuating the idea that being a stepfather should be the way to go for kids to have a father. Hasn't the government been pushing that for quite some time by, now they got a law in Detroit where you can literally put somebody down as the father of your kid just so they can collect child support off of your ass. So that's kind of like what he's perpetuating. Everybody should need a father, so be a stepfather for the sake of that child. But understand something: a stepfather and a biological father are not the same thing. The roles may be similar, but they're not the same thing. So So a man should never feel obligated to just get with a single mom and take on the role of stepfather. If he wants to do that, fine, but there should be no shame or obligation associated with it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you may continue. But that blew me right there.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna continue now. Farious, guys.
I don't care about that, bro. Like for me, I thank God I don't think like that. I don't view life like that. Because everybody deserves some type of sunshine. Because you think about a kid growing without a father, and not to say the woman can't raise a child, but I'm saying you think about a kid growing up without a father, that's like rain pouring on you 24/7. And I'm talking about from an emotional standpoint, because you're missing something.
Yes,
so once a man enters that child's life, it's like sunshine. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know what you mean. The child gonna be like, you're not my dad. And like I say, bro, it comes with that territory, bro. It's a rite of passage. I expect you to. I want you to do that because that lets me know, okay, you're becoming a man. This is the only way you can hurt me. Because
wait. I got some better. Oh, just chill. Watch this.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
I get it. Rite of passage, my ass. Are you serious? Oh, God.
There's some new stuff. This is some Hotep stuff, bro. This is some pseudo nonsense right here. Who said in the many books of the ancient Kemet, said it is your rites process after you go out there and slay the dragon, slay the beast, kill young boys and men. You know, young men are like in a teenager at the time when they have to take weapons and knives and spears and all that stuff. That now you come forth and look forward to sit and take a woman that's womb has already been acculturated, been sold up, has been used. Really now. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyhow,
how you gonna say that's a stinking rite of passage? So taking on the role of a stepfather, knowing the kids are not gonna like you off rip, or if they like you, if they like you at all, that is, it's just come with the territory. Yeah, we know it come with the territory. No duh. But this man acting like, well, it's just part of the process. Deal with it. That's like me saying I went to basic training. I got yelled at, cussed at, smoked by my drill instructors. It's a rite of passage because it's what you expect when you're in the military trying to better yourself. Yeah. Compared to being a stepfather and you're getting cussed out by the kids, disrespected by the mama because you have the responsibility but no authority over the kids. How is that in the same damn life as a rite of passage? Seriously.
Okay. DD, if you come up, if you could talk briefly, if you can. I saw it backstage. I'm gonna bring it up, but I saw what you wrote. Just come up quickly, briefly, if you can. Just one moment of time, 1 minute, if you can. Pretty please. All right, let's keep going. Fair use. I'm gonna see you in the backstage.
You can't hurt
trying
me
to any other way. So for me, man.
And that's one of the things my stepdad said to me. He's like, I didn't care about that.
No, because it's a rite. It's
like,
a rite of
I
passage.
already knew you were gonna do that. I didn't care about that.
It's a rite of passage, man. Like I said, I can't tell no man how to feel. But as a black man, I think because we're so far behind the 8-ball, and so many of our women and so many of our children are growing up in situations where the father may be in prison or dead or not in the household. I don't think we should think like that. I think we need to be more together, bro, and help each other. If you love a woman, I'm not telling you go take.
No, you can't think like that because women not thinking like that. I'm sorry.
They're right. They not.
It's not the same. You feel. Let me tell you something. You're only advocating more of the women to, let's just say, be on the carousel. To ride the carousel every day. And I do not condone women be on the carousel. It's not cool. It's not cool.
But you know what they say.
I do not promote it.
You can't tell. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I do not promote it here on this channel, and I don't expect any other brother or any person that does content promote that. If they promote, that's their business. But here, I cannot condone that. I'm sorry. If the women were having no issues being, let's say, stepmothers to some of the dudes that, let's say, have kids and they take full responsibility, it should not be an issue. But it's not the same thing. They want you coming after they screw. And I'm going to say this. I hear this thing going around with the guy. He's so handsome. Y'all might know who I'm talking about. Don't say names. You know who he is, right? And I hear the issues, right? That he's an abuser. He's a thief. He takes people's money, resources, and etc. That's fine. That's cool. Right? I look at it as someone. All right. Here's my biggest issue. To women that dealt with this dude already admit that in his past, even up to now, he is a Pookie. What do you expect Pookie to do? Or Ray, what do you want to call it? Do I expect
be reckless with a C?
No, besides reckless, he's going to do Pookie Ray activity. Rob, steal, and physically hurt people. Now, there's some dudes that will give this man grace. That's fine. I don't really give much grace to any person that is about that life. Roughly. Eventually. Unfortunately. I've done content on this man. But at the end of the day, I've drawn my conclusions that women deal with the dudes that they are really attracted to. And those are the dudes they attract. The ones that are mostly the ones that will do street Negro stuff. If this dude was working, doing his thing, rather he's doing a job not or doing what he's supposed to do and trying to stay out of trouble at least, I wouldn't have this argument. But most dudes I hear these ladies they talk about that does the abuse and harm, these dudes by default have a shady criminal past. How can I respect anyone with any age of any respectfulness? And here's the funny thing about it. You have the capability to call and deal with the Mr. Man, the man, Zaddy. Zaddy will deal with those type of brothers easy. Like, you know how much Zaddy will chop on the gum, ready to deal with a black man? Do you know Hustler Muscler? You pick up that phone and you make sure you give a dossier and you follow, and how can I say, you track the actions of this dude's doing and you stay with him doing this. Instead of taking action, what you do, you completely stay because you're sexually attracted. I don't give a fuck what anybody tell me. And right now, I'm going to somewhat wrap this. I'm going to start getting cussing. You know, this video's already.
No, it's all good, bro. Let it all out.
I'm trying to calm down, and y'all might listen.
I got a mouth on me too.
I don't give much. My feelings and my emotions to all this, I don't give a F at this point. And the reason why I don't give a F, because of the acceptance of these type of behaviors of people that already showed their hand. You know, goddamn well, just by looking at this dude and knowing enough about him, this is a person you don't really mess with. God knows you even go as far as procreate with this dude. If he's about that street life, you get street-like results. I hear a lot of dudes say, don't deal with a Keisha, like a real Keisha, because she's going to give you those results. And they're right. So why would you, a woman, I give grace that you should not deal with Pookie and Ray. And I'm just saying that's to set a greater point that you get the end results if you don't take action. That is it. I ain't gonna go any more than that. Let's continue with this. It wraps up. Fair use.
One with 20 kids.
Right.
I'm just saying if she got a kid or two, and you're like, you know, you really like her. She's a great person. She have a great mind. So
But
what?
you know what, bro? There are some good single mothers. There are. I'm not saying.
I'm just
there are
saying, like,
some.
to me, it's like, so what? You know what I'm saying?
There are some.
We gonna make this a blended family, and we gonna have fun.
I'm just speaking on recent times. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, but
I'm
as a
speaking
man that
on
do his
recent
due
times.
diligence, you're not just gonna pick a woman in this time that's behave a certain way, who don't
Right.
care about her kids. Of course, she's not gonna care about you. But I'm saying, but if you find a woman, a real woman, that's a good woman, she has kids, I don't think it matters, bro. I think it's just a matter of coming in and helping. It's not about resources or me spending my money on you and your. At the end of the day, bro, we all gonna die, man. That money don't mean shit. If we so concerned about money, leaving money behind for our biological, that's what you got insurance for. Life insurance. Like I tell my wife, let's live it up, baby. Let's blow up some money, and when we die, the kids gonna be good anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Get life insurance.
So hopefully, you know, this was able to help somebody out there.
We
Or,
just wanted to touch bases on single parenting.
and this is just
Our
part
thoughts.
one. This is just part
Vic is still
one.
my dog.
Yeah, I'm about to say, then listen, this is just,
Vic is still
this
my
is
dog.
fun
He's still good.
arguments.
Yes, this is fun argument that I can't
is
really
fun.
can't really dive into. But like I say again, you know, this is part one. We're gonna have a part two. So sit back, relax. You know what I'm saying? Get your popcorn. I know you're saying that like, this is
God
good.
Damn.
We're gonna keep it rocking, man. But again, like I always say, man, please, man, like.
All right, that's enough. Enough of that.
Oh, that was the end of it. Okay.
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. Anyhow, any last remarks, bro? I'm gonna end this.
Yeah. Did that chick say something about life insurance?
I don't know, man. I don't care, man. It's
Yeah.
It's a conversation that's needed because no one really talk about what is it like out here if you're a parent dating out here. I know it's rough as hell, and it should be because you came in this dating realm with kids. You think anybody that doesn't have kids, especially most of the men out here, depending on their age, don't have kids that want to deal with your headache? Come on.
Exactly.
Lose something.
And this man said, well, if she's a real woman, despite being a single mother, everything should be good. Bro, a real woman does not have kids out of wedlock because she's irresponsible with a damn womb. A real woman doesn't deal with men who run the streets and are just doing this, that, and the third just because she finds them attractive. A real woman can separate attraction from lust. So I don't know what the hell this man talking about. Again, I'm going to speculate based on what he's saying alone. Salute to the brother. I'm going to speculate that he's married to a single mother even as we speak. How long they been together? Well, he didn't state that, but I'm speculating he's married to a single mom. That's why he's speaking, advocating this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah,
Me personally, I couldn't
Well,
marry a single mom. I'm sorry. I've met several females who were single moms. They're fun to hang out with. They're not. Most of them are not bad people, but I can't take them seriously relationship-wise. I don't trust them relationship-wise because now I'm responsible for not only you and your children. And yes, I love kids, but you can't put that responsibility on me, especially if I don't have no authority over those kids. Seriously, the responsibility with no authority is just not going to cut it. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But is that your last words, Hustler?
Yeah, I'm about to head to work. Thanks for having me, Chaos.
All right. Thank you for coming up. Your insight. This was really helpful. I truly appreciate it, bro. And we're gonna do this again
Not
soon.
a problem.
Take care.
Oh, by the way, I got a show. I got a show tomorrow morning. Try to stop by if you can.
You know what it is. The Discord is your friend. If I catch it, you know the deal.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Discord. I'll be on Instagram a lot more.
Yeah. But thank you for coming up, Hustler.
Not a problem. Take care.
Great. Take care. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. And in fairness, this is the first I'll do. This is the Lawyer Standards edition, first volume of edition. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the link to the video. It's in the description. There you go. This is the original video. The link is in the description now of this live stream. And like always, shout out to what they call change. Wait, let me find the name of it so I don't butcher it. What's the name of the podcast? It's Change Tomorrow Today's podcast. These people got under 500 subs. There's no way in hell, in my opinion, that a viral snippet of their show got thousands, and even millions of views. And one time these ladies did not even make the attempt to say where they found the video. Because these people that create this YouTube channel is only a year old. They should already have 1,000 subscribers. And this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm putting the link in the description where you can find the original video, and you must give these people a subscription. Hell, if you don't like my channel, that's fine. But at least subscribe to these two brothers' channel that made it possible to have this conversation with this lady. I got some out of this conversation, and I guarantee you will get some out of it too. So if you want to find more of their content, it's in the description of this video. That's it. Thank y'all for listening to today's stream. The links to follow me are above. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos27. You could also, one more thing. I apologize. I do apologize for this.
I want my money. I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Also, follow me on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. Join my Discord service. Follow me on Rumble. I'm trying to push to over 30 followers on Rumble. With your help, please hit the follow button on Rumble. Rumble's another platform for other uncut, uncensored content. So follow me over there. Also, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. I put the links to the membership as well. 2 tiers. Pick your membership. And please leave a comment at the end of this video as well. I want to hear from y'all. See what your reactions to this video. Am I right or wrong? And really, truly, lower your standards is just being nice, lady. But in regards to this conversation, yeah, this is the first edition that I would say you need to lower your standards. And why are you a single mother again? This is the proof why it is, by this conversation alone. Other than that, please give me a like on your way in, on your way out. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching today's stream. Until next time, let chaos reign.